Hello and welcome to the FoodiePEDIA 365 podcast, the podcast series where we talk about career transitions, personal shifts, and the lessons that shape our journey. I am Patrick Oayi and I'm excited to have you with me today. In today's episode, we are diving into a powerful question. What's the difference between being informed and being transformed? This is one of those questions that can completely change how you approach learning, growth, and your own development. In an age where information is everywhere, YouTube, podcasts, social media, books, we often think knowing something is the same as becoming something. But those are two very different things. Why should you take interest in this topic? Because bridging the gap between information and transformation is the key to real success. It's the difference between scrolling endlessly and actually changing your life. It's the difference between hearing advice and applying it. So, let's break this down into 3 simple talking points. Talking point 1: the age of information overload. We live in the most informed generation in human history. You can learn anything in 3 seconds on Google. You can watch 10 motivational videos before breakfast. Being informed simply means having access to knowledge. It's knowing facts, absorbing content, discovering ideas. But information doesn't automatically create change. Research shows that the human brain is exposed to about 6,000 to 10,000 pieces of information per day, and most of it doesn't stick. Why? Because information without intention becomes noise. Now you may ask, why is this important? If you don't know the difference between learning something and living something, you will get stuck. You will think you are growing when you are only consuming. Being informed is easy. Being transformed takes effort. But knowing the difference is just the beginning. So let's ask a deeper question. What actually triggers transformation in someone's life? That takes us to talking point 2. The moment information becomes transformation. Transformation is when something changes, not outside you, but inside you. Transformation is personal, internal, and often uncomfortable. Research from behavioral psychology suggests that transformation typically requires 3 conditions. Number 1, awareness. You recognize something that needs to change. Number 2, emotional engagement. The message hits you personally. Number 3, action. You practice the thing consistently. Transformation is when the information becomes part of your habit, your mindset, your choices. For example, learning about time management is information. Creating a daily system and sticking to it for 90 days, that's transformation. Why is this also important? Because your life doesn't change based on what you know. It changes based on what you do with what you know. Transformation turns information into character, into discipline, into result. Now that we've looked at what sparks transformation, let's talk about how we actually make it a lifestyle, not just a moment. Talking point 3: how to move from informed to transformed. This is where real growth happens. Moving from "I know this" to "I live this." Studies in habit formation, such as the work of Dr. B.J. Fogg at Stanford, show that transformation is built on small repeated actions, not big dramatic changes. Here are 3 practical steps. 1. Simplify the information. Choose one idea at a time. 2. Create a repeatable habit. Attach it to something you already do. 3. Track your progress. Even 1% progress compounds. Transformation is slow, steady, and intentional. You don't need more information. You need more integration. Why is this important as well? Because when you master the ability to turn knowledge into action, you become unstoppable. You stop consuming passively and start creating actively. You stop observing change and you become the change. What are your key takeaways in this podcast? So, what can you walk away with today? Being informed fills your mind. Being transformed reshapes your life. Transformation requires awareness, emotion, and action. Small habits practiced consistently create long-term change. And going forward, ask yourself, am I learning this to be informed or to be transformed? That question alone can change your entire approach to growth. Today, we explored the difference between being informed and being transformed, and why bridging the gap is the secret to true personal development. If this episode inspired you or made you think deeper about your own journey, please rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen. It helps the show grow and helps more people access these conversations. I am Patrick Oai. Thanks for listening. And remember, transformation starts with a choice.